Today I am bringing you a product review video. This product review video is going to include bunches of keto products, and I'll be testing my ketone level before I try each product, 30 minutes after I try each product, and then an hour after I try each product, just so you guys know if you'd really be interested in trying out any of the products that I review, as well as knowing what I think about the taste and the texture and all the things. But I will be doing that over a span of a couple days because some products did kick me out of ketosis. So then I had to wait to get back into ketosis before I could try the next product. So I hope this is actually really helpful for you guys because it took me quite a few days to record and prepare. But without further ado, I'll get into it. Okay, so I'm going to test my ketones now. I've had two eggs 30 minutes ago, so I want to see if I'm in ketosis so I can start testing some products. No, 1.5. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try a couple things. Okay, so I think what I am maybe most excited for is these keto SlimFast caramel cups. So I'm gonna go ahead and have one, and then I'll test my ketones in 30 minutes. It says 1 cup is 1 gram of net carbs. It says it right there. And this doesn't have maltitol, so I'm thinking that it should be okay. So it's really small. Looks yummy. That's pretty good. It doesn't taste a lot like peanut butter, but it does have a hint of caramel to it. And the chocolate's not too dark. It's a little more bitter than milk chocolate, but this is a really good flavor to it. It's not as soft as a regular peanut butter cup, but it's pretty good. It doesn't have a very caramel taste to it, but it doesn't have a very peanut butter taste to it. It's just like a hint of caramel. And then a little bit of a dark chocolate taste. Not too strong because I don't like dark chocolate, but it was a little more bitter than regular milk chocolate. So I'm going to put a timer on for 30 minutes and then I'll test my ketones after that. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes since I had that pretty yummy keto caramel cup. So I'm going to test my ketones now. Okay, I had to try twice there, but I got it. Okay, so it did go down a little bit because I was at 1.5, but 0.2 is not that bad. So I'll try again in 30 minutes and see where I'm at. It's been almost an hour since I had the keto cups, so I'm going to go ahead and test my ketone level again. Okay. Gizmo? Oh, 1.5. So it was at 1, oh, God, I keep reading it backwards. 1.2. So it went down just a little bit more. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next product because that's like an extra 0.1. And I'm going to try these cookie bites. It's made by a company called Fearless Keto, I guess. But one cookie has like less than a gram of carbs because it says 7 cookies has 1 gram of carbs. See, it's not focusing, but it has, the serving size is 7 total carbs, 1 dietary fiber, and 6 sugar alcohol, so 1 net carb. I've never tried these. Oh, they're so tiny. So they feel really dry. They're kind of more like Chips Ahoy, but not as sweet. They are on the drier side, but they're a little moist, probably because they have some sort of oil in them. It doesn't say that they have an oil in them. It says it has butter. Oh, but those are kind of addicting. Okay, they have the slightest of a bitter bite to it at the end. Well, those are pretty good. Not what I would like for a cookie, because I like softer cookies, but those are kind of dry, a little crunchy, kind of like a Chips Ahoy. They're not terribly sweet, but they're not bad. I probably wouldn't get this again just because it's not the kind of cookie that I like, but if you like the crunchy kind of cookies, Those are pretty good, like cookie bites. So I'm gonna put a timer on for 30 minutes and test my ketones and see if that affects my ketones at all. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes since I had the cookie bite, so I'm gonna go ahead and test my ketones now, see what they're at. So last time I tested it, it was at 1.2. It's gone up. So I actually checked the package and there wasn't any MCT oil, so I don't know why I would go up. But I'll test again in 30 minutes. Okay, so it's been about an hour since I had these cookie bites. So I'm gonna just test my ketones one more time and see if they've changed at all. And then I'll move on to the next product. 1.4. So the last time I tested, it was at 1.6. So it did go down a little bit more. So at 1.4, I'm going to go ahead and try my next product. But I've kind of had a few bites of some sweet things this morning. So I'm going to try something a little different and have something a little non-sweet. So these are from KetoLogic. I've never tried anything. Oh, sorry, there's their name. And these are their keto crisps. So these are the macros. I don't know if you can see that. But it has 1 gram of carbs, less than 1 gram of dietary fiber in 7 crisps. So this is the cheddar flavor. I also have buffalo and then chili lime. I'm not a big fan of chili lime, so I'm gonna try that one last. But I'll go ahead and try the cheddar first. So I imagine these are just like Parm crisps, but without the Parmesan cheese, I'm hoping. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty big. Kind of feels dense, but let me try. So this is supposed to be cheddar. This is cheddar. It tastes just like Parm crisps, which I don't really particularly like because it's too bitter for me. But that's maybe one of the blander flavors. So let me try buffalo and see how that tastes. So these definitely look like they're buffalo seasoned. If you like Parm crisps, I'm sure you'd like these. This has just a hint of spice to it. To me, I can just taste that bitterness of the cheese. But if you like Parm crisps, these are like bigger than Parm crisps. So I think these are kind of like a better bang for your buck. I don't know how expensive these are though. But this one's better. It's better than the cheddar, but still not great because of that bitter taste of the cheese. Let me try the chili lime. Oh God. So this is what the chili lime looks like. It honestly, it just looks like it has a lot of pepper on it, which I really don't like pepper. So there it goes. Oh God. Ugh. This definitely has a lime taste to it. And I don't like lime. If you like lime, it tastes a lot like lime. But that was not for me. Oh, let me get one of these buffalo ones. Get that taste on my mouth. Oh my God. They're also a little oily, which I don't particularly like. They're very crunchy and they're hard. They're not as airy as I would like, but they're more airy than moon cheese. But they're crunchy, but then they're also like almost a little wet, like oily. Man, I do not like those. I wouldn't recommend them. If you like Parm crisps, you might like some of those flavors. But Parm crisps, moon cheese, that's not for me. So I'm gonna put 30 minutes. I don't think that'll change my ketones because it doesn't have any sugar or sugar substitutes or anything, but I'll still test my ketones 30 minutes after having that and then an hour as well, just to be consistent. Okay, so since I tried these, it's actually been 40 minutes. So instead of doing 30 in an hour, I'll just do 40 because it's not something that's sweet. And I'll see if my ketones changed at all. So I'll go ahead and wash my hands and test that now. Okay. 1.4. So that was the same when I had tested an hour after the cookie bites. So no change to my ketones. So what to have next? I have my lunch going in the oven right now. So I'm wanting to have another product after my lunch, but I think maybe just for now, I will have a scoop of this hazelnut spread. So this hazelnut spread, it's hard to read. So it has 21 grams of carbs. I don't know if you can see that. And then it has 11 grams of fiber. And erythritol, this bottle's just awful. Erythritol, it has 8 grams. I'm just gonna have 1 tablespoon. Unless it's really good, and then I'll have 2. I don't even know if I like hazelnut, so this is gonna be a whole thing. So I've never had Nutella before, but I imagine this is what it tastes like because it's hazelnut. I'm not a big fan of the hazelnut taste now that I'm tasting it, but this has a little hint of chocolate too. It's not bad. I could see it being good with peanut butter. I almost like want to dip something in it. I mean, other than my finger, but yeah, now that I'm tasting it more and more, I'm kind of liking it more and more. It's very liquidy, like melted chocolate. Okay, yeah, I've changed my mind. I love it. Yeah, that's good. I think this would make really good peanut butter cups. I might try and make a little bit, a few of them a little later. So I'm going to put an alarm on for 30 minutes and then test my ketones, see if that affects me. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes since I had this Pyure hazelnut spread. So after I had like 1 bite, it wasn't really good, but then I had another one and it was a lot better, and then I had another one and it was a lot better, and then I felt like I could eat the whole jar. Like, I never understood when people say that about like peanut butter or Nutella, because I've never had Nutella, but this is like addicting. So I'm interested in seeing if my ketones change, because I'm thinking that it probably changed. But let me test it now. So my reading last time was 1.4. Oh, that's not bad. 1.3. It only went down a little bit. I'll test it again in 30 minutes and see what it's at. Okay, so it's been about 60 minutes since I had this Nutella-like Pyure hazelnut spread. So I'm going to test my ketones again. Last it was at 1.3. We will see if it has gone down. Okay. Okay, good. 1.3. This one is fine. I'm happy about that because that was yummy. So I'm going to have lunch right now. So I'll test my ketones after my lunch just to see if it affects my ketone level at all. It's going to be a pretty low carb lunch. So I think it'll be okay. Look out for a recipe video. I'll put it in the cards if it's already posted. But I'll have lunch and then test my ketones maybe an hour after my lunch, and then I'll try the other products when I test my ketones. Okay, so it's been a little more than an hour since I had my lunch. I'm going to test my ketones right now and see what they're at. The only drink I've had today is a Powerade, which I've already tested, and it doesn't affect my ketones, so I felt okay having that. Other than that, I just have had water. .6, not bad. I think I'll go ahead and try another one of these products then. I'll try one of these Fat Snax cookies. It's double chocolate. There's 2 cookies in here. I'm only gonna have probably half of one. And they're pretty small, I could feel them. So 1 cookie is has 5 total carbs, 1 dietary fiber, and 2 sugar alcohol. So it's 2 net carbs. So I've had one of their cookies, the chocolate chip cookie, in the past, but it was smaller. It was in different packaging too, so So it's got little chocolate chips in it. It's a nice dark cacao color. It is soft. These are a lot better than they used to be, because you used to have a lot more coconut flour in it. You could really taste it. I hate coconut flour, but it's much more subtle in this. I'll just have one. It's really soft, which is nice. It's not very sweet. It's a little bitter, just like a smidge. It's kind of hidden. And it just has like a hint of chocolate and a hint of coconut. It's not all that flavorful. It has 2 net carbs and 1 cookie, and they're kind of small. So I probably wouldn't get these again. But if you're really hankering for a soft keto cookie, this might be a good one. I don't know. I kind of want the other one. Like, I'm craving the other one. But it wasn't all that good. So, like, I don't want to have a dessert that makes me want more of that dessert. I want to have a dessert and then just be like, now I don't need anything. I'm good. So I don't like that about these. And I don't know what it is that has that addicting kind of aspect to it, where it's like, oh, you have one and then you have to have another, I don't like that. Because I've had issues with binge eating in the past, so I try and avoid foods that make me have that same feeling. So I wouldn't get this again, but you definitely might like it. They're not cheap though. This little pack was $2.49. So I'll test my ketones in 30 minutes. Okay, it has been 30 minutes since I had one of the Fat Snax cookies. My last ketone reading was 0.6. So we will see if this has changed at all. Okay, it was 0.6 before, so see what happens. Okay, so it did decrease it, and now I'm not in ketosis. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to try the last couple products tomorrow morning, so to be continued. So it's been a few days, and I'm going to test my ketone level again to see if I'm back in ketosis to finish up the rest of the products. I have had MCT oil this morning and also the Perfect Keto BHB salts. So they're supposed to be the exogenous ketones. So I had those this morning. It's currently 1 o'clock and I haven't eaten anything, so I'm thinking I'll be in ketosis. So I'm barely in ketosis, but I'm going to take that as good enough and try another product. So I've been waiting to try this Stoka bar. This is the nutritional label. It has 18 total carbs, 6 fiber, 2 grams of sugar, and 8 grams of sugar alcohol. So it has 4 grams of carbs in the whole bar. The ingredients are almonds, erythritol, Stoka rainbow sprinkles, which is erythritol, or has erythritol in it, and then stevia is the last ingredient. Oh my god, this is not what I thought it would look like. Oh my goodness. So it basically looks like a bunch of mashed up nuts. I mean, there you can see there's just a bunch of nuts. Not what I was thinking it was going to look like. I thought it would have like the birthday cake icing and all of it, but I'll go ahead and try it. So it doesn't taste like birthday cake. You can really taste the nuts in it. It's not what I would get for a protein bar, but it doesn't have a bad flavor to it. It's a little bit of a salty sweet, but it's not bad. This is just not what I was looking for. And probably not what a lot of people are looking for when they get a birthday cake protein bar. But I'll go ahead and probably take one more bite of this just to make sure it's in my system, and then I'll test my ketones in 30 minutes. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes since I last tested my ketones, so I'm going to test them again right now. I'm using so many of these strips for this video. I hope you guys are finding this helpful, because if no one finds it helpful and I'm using all these strips, they're like $1 each. But if no one finds it helpful and I'm using these strips, then like what a waste. Oh my God, that's crazy. It went up by a lot. But now it's at 1.1 and it was at 0.5. So I don't know what that's about. I don't think that bar had any MCT oil in it, but let me check. Yeah, so it doesn't have MCT oil anywhere in the ingredients. I don't think you can read that, I'm sorry, but maybe just because of all the fat that's in here. It has, in the whole bar, 22 grams of fat, so I had probably 11 grams of fat, so, and I haven't had anything all day, food-wise, so maybe that's what made my ketone level go up. So, like I said, not exactly birthday cake and not my jam, but it's really good to know that the fat can, you know, help you stay in ketosis. So it's a good like fat snack. It is very nutty though. So if you like almond butter, I bet you would like this, because it just kind of has that almond butter taste to it. I don't like almond butter, but that's what this reminded me of. And again, it doesn't taste like birthday cake. So something to consider. I'm really surprised by those results, but I'll put an alarm for 30 more minutes and then test my ketones again. Okay, so it's been now a full hour since I had the Stoka bar. So now I'm going to test my ketones again and see what it's at. Okay. Okay, 1.0. So still really good. Okay, so the next product I'm gonna try is one of the, I'm not gonna have a full one, I'm gonna probably have half of one of these Fiber One Chewy bars. So 5 net grams for one bar. The bar is pretty small, so I was disappointed about that, but that's what I've come to learn about these Fiber One bars, is when it says 5 net carbs, it's because it's really small. So anyways, this one doesn't have it doesn't have maltitol in it, but it does have maltodextrin kind of towards the bottom. Maybe it's like in the middle. It does have 3 grams of sugar alcohol, so I don't know how much of that is from the maltodextrin. But erythritol is closer to the top of the ingredient list. I think that's blurry. So the ingredients are chicory root extract, soy protein, and then erythritol is the third one. But it also has things like wheat flour, puffed durum wheat, rice flour, vegetable glycerin, all kinds of stuff. So it has little bits of pretzels in it. I don't know what the pretzels are made out of, but I'm gonna try it and see what it tastes like, because it's chocolate, caramel, and pretzel. And I love caramel and haven't had pretzels in a really long time. So, okay, so this is what it looks like. It's definitely on the thin side. I see the one pretzel there. But, yeah, so it looks pretty good, so I'll go ahead and try it, see what happens. It reminds me a lot of caramel popcorn, because it has a little hint of like popcorn kind of, and then a little bit of caramel. This bar is really not that good, so I'll just have a little bite and leave that. I feel like I taste the pretzel more than I taste the caramel, but even the pretzel doesn't taste like pretzel, it tastes like popcorn. So these, I don't think these are that great. But I'll put a timer on for 30 minutes and see how it affects my ketones. Okay, so it has been 30 minutes since I tried the Fiber One Chewy bar. So I'm gonna test my ketones and see what happens. Okay, so it was 1.0 before I had the Fiber One bar, half of it. Okay, so it did go down. And I think the most that any product has decreased my ketone level is by 0.2. So I'll put another timer on and see if it goes down any more. But if it goes down any more, I would say it's definitely not worth it. But kind of for the flavor alone and the size of these bars, I don't really think they're worth it. But we'll see what happens in another 30 minutes when I test my ketones an hour after having the Fiber One bar. Okay, so it's been a full hour since I had the Fiber One bar, so I'm gonna go ahead and test my ketones one more time and see if my ketone level went down anymore. Ooh, so it went down a total of 4 points. 0.4. Yeah, 0.4. So, I definitely wouldn't get this. To me, that's too much to decrease my ketone level, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw the rest of this out. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and test the next product, which I'm pretty sure is gonna kick me out of ketosis, and that is these Atkins Endulge chocolate mousse caramel bars. Oh my god, these, I already know it tastes so good. I've had these before, but I really want to see if they kick me out of ketosis, because I know a lot of people like the Atkins Endulge bars or their products, but their ingredients are what worries me. The ingredients include maltitol as the first ingredient, and then it has polydextrose. I don't even know what that is, but it doesn't sound great. It also has sucralose in it. More polydextrose, maltitol syrup, maltitol again, water, glycerin, and then a bunch of other stuff. So I'm pretty sure this is going to completely kick me out of ketosis, but I want to just try it just to see. This is what the individual wrapper looks like. I know they're on the smaller side. They're pretty thick though. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of like a little more than half the size of a Milky Way. I used to love Milky Ways, and that's why I got these in the first place. But I got these when I was kind of earlier on in my keto journey. So yeah, they're kind of old, but I'll go ahead and try it. It tastes pretty similar to a Milky Way. It's not as soft as a Milky Way. It's a little more chalky, but I mean, as far as sweetness goes, it's pretty spot on to a Milky Way. And I'm thinking as far as ketone level goes, it's going to be close to a Milky Way too. But I'm going to go ahead and finish eating this, and then I will set an alarm for 30 minutes to test my ketones after having this. Okay, so it's actually been 45 minutes after I had the Endulge. I just didn't want to waste another strip, and I'm pretty sure I know what the results are going to be, but let me test my ketones now. I think that went up. Oh, now I kind of wish I had tested 30 minutes after. I haven't had anything else. That's really weird. Guys, I don't know what to think of that. Please put it in the comment section what the heck that means. 45 minutes after having one of these that's riddled with maltitol and sucralose made my ketone level go up, but I don't understand. It has 4.5 grams of fat. Can someone explain this to me? I don't get it. based on everything that I've read and heard from people of maltitol and the bad things that it can do to your body and kicks you out of ketosis and all this stuff, I was expecting those Endulge bars to kick me out of ketosis. I was already close. I think I was at 0.6, so I was already close, and I really just thought it was going to kick me out. And it's only been 45 minutes, and I'm at 1.0. So it went up. So I'm confused. So if you understand what the heck just happened, put it in the comment section, please, because I'm so confused. I'm trying so hard right now to find a protein bar that doesn't have maltitol in it, because I have heard so many people say that maltitol kicks you out of ketosis. Well, I just tried this and it put me further in ketosis. So I'm so confused. Okay, so that is all I have for you guys today. I really hope that this was helpful to you guys. It was definitely interesting to record and see how different products changed my ketone level. I'm definitely going to make another video like this in the future, so please put in the comment section what you liked about this video, what you didn't like about this video. I won't take anything too much to heart, but I really do appreciate your guys' feedback, because I want this channel to be helpful to you guys. And I want to be able to learn from you guys. So if you have any feedback to provide me, I'd really appreciate it if you put it in the comment section below. Additionally, if you like this video and you want to support my channel, it would be so awesome if you could subscribe to my channel, because that would allow me to reach more people who are doing keto and be able to talk to more people who are doing keto. And I really love learning from you guys and talking to you guys. And outside of YouTube, I don't have anyone in my life that knows about keto, understands keto, or cares about keto. So it really matters to me a lot that I can talk to you guys about keto and try and find more and more people that I can talk to, relate to, or learn from about keto, because I've been doing this for a year now, but I want to get better and I want my diet to improve. And I'm trying to do that on my own, but it would be great if I could learn from you guys and make it a little bit easier for me, and hopefully I'm making it a little bit easier for you guys. So if you want to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. I know when I was not recording videos, I didn't think much about subscribing to channels. Like, I knew the YouTubers that I liked and I would just search their names. But unfortunately, in the YouTube community, it actually does matter quite a bit if you have subscribers. And based on those subscribers, you may or may not be seen by other viewers who don't know of you. So that's kind of the rationale of why so many people ask for you to subscribe, like, and all the things. But I didn't understand that before I was recording videos, and now I do. So anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Bye, guys.